Hello, everyone. It is me, I'm a Nerd Politics, and we have some extremely important news. Tomorrow is Election Day. No cap. We're being serious. Um, it is, for me, less than hours away from November 5th, but most ballots will be put in by 7 p.m. tomorrow, which is not even 24 hours from now. Um, we don't have much time left. And I'd love to say that this race is about over. And in some battleground states it is. But there's still only early voting right now. And we need to look over because as I'm looking over at this, we got good news. Trump is zero point 0.4 points ahead in Pennsylvania from where he was tied yesterday, which is very good. Trump 1.3 points higher in North Carolina. He was at 1.1 yesterday. The national lead, however, we have a 0.1 lead for Harris. Of course, a lot of that, of course, comes from very, very corrupt media like CNN and MSNBC that are trying to push any amount of support for Kamala that they can find, and there is not even inches. This is a very small point, 0.1 point in regards to in the national multi-candidate, against like Steen, Kennedy, Oliver, West, stuff like that. We have a 0.2 lead, which is way better. But the thing is, these third-party candidates, these fourth-party candidates, they don't determine an electoral balance towards anything, really. The fourth or third candidate in this case, like Steen or Kennedy will benefit Trump, but Steen, Oliver, and West, they all benefit for the Democratic Party and nominee way furthermore, which still puts her at a 0.1 advantage over. So, we have that to worry about here. And again, with these top battleground states, we're looking at a 0.8 lead, or a 8 point. No, it's just a 0.8 lead. I was like, an 8-point lead. That'd be crazy. A 0.8 lead, which is a lot better, better now because we see Pennsylvania is carrying more Republican voters, especially early on in this election. And that is what's coming up good here. In the congressional vote, Congress is winning by 0.1, which is pretty low for now, but it's still too early to call, I think. Most of these are the same here. We see Nevada with a 0.6 advantage. We see Michigan with a 0.6 advantage towards Harris, and with Wisconsin with a 0.4 advantage towards Harris, but those numbers could change at any point. We see a 2.7 lead in Arizona, a 1.7 lead in Georgia, a 1.3 lead, and a 0.4 in Pennsylvania here, which is going to really, really help, especially. And I just want to pull these up because, sure, Kamala's gaining some traction now, and Trump seems to be dying down, but the thing is, I think it's too late to call. I'm going to put in Trump's safe states here, just to give you an idea of where we are setting for this election for 2024. I want to talk about Iowa real quick before anything, just because we had a little bit of an interesting thing that CNN had said, which was quite interesting, to say the least. But let me get all these safe states in here for Kamala. So we're looking 212 to 143. CNN a couple of days ago, by a couple of days, I mean 2 days ago, said that the guy who does the MSNBC and CNN, whoever does those charts, I forget his name, it's not popping up. He said that there was an 8-point advantage in Iowa for Democrats, which doesn't make sense. Look at Trump. He won the primary caucuses by 99% during the Republican primaries. Why would the state switch over to Democrats afterwards? Nothing makes sense of that. We obviously know that's a safe state for Trump. You can't bull s, you can't BS that one for us. And I think likely here Texas and likely here Florida, they're both leading far more. Texas, we saw yesterday, was by a 8-point advantage. Florida was by an 11-point advantage, and those numbers still seem to be the same. So it's likely that both of those huge key states play a role in Trump's winning for re-election here. We also see Arizona. We just talked about Arizona with the what do we see here? With the 2.7 lead, I think that makes it clear that Arizona no longer Democrat and is switching over to the Republicans here. We see Nevada here with a 0.6 advantage. Now that is way slimmer than Arizona, but it's still possible that Nevada becomes a toss-up state in the matter of this election that could become important. What else do we have here? Wisconsin, a 0.4 advantage for Kamala, which is lower. And it could come down to be a win, because here's the thing. Trump wins all three of these states. It's already over, plus the other states on top of that. But sorry. But in the way things are going here, we have a 0.4 advantage. So it's not horrible. It's 10 electoral points, not the most hugest deal. We see that the blue wall is continuously falling. So it's not a huge deal or anything. And you see Michigan in a more Democratic lean. Anything over 0.5 for me would be in a somewhat more direction of Democratic votes. And, that's just 1 point over. And then you see, I talked about yesterday anyways, New Hampshire was a toss-up state, and so was, Minnesota. No one believed me on Minnesota, but I was right. But there's still an 8-point lead, and of course, early voting and everything, it's still likely Minnesota is Democrat here. And we see even a 6-point lead with New Hampshire. That indicates to me that there's likely, in a direction of Democrats swing that way. We see North Carolina here with its 1.3. It's upgraded since then. So it comes obvious to me this goes in the direction of the Republicans here. And it's neck and neck. This election is going to be very slim in margins. I thought it would be, at least over 300, like a 315, a 316. But this could be slimmer to 287 or 270, 268. The last thing that we need is a tied, electoral score. It's never happened, but it's definitely a possibility. And then we see here Georgia with its 1.7. So we already see that Georgia's on the right path. It's a 268, 251. And again, I explained in the last video, if Kamala wins this, it's a 270, 268. She has 4 more years as the leader of the country. And if Trump wins it, not only does he already win, he does it even by more, but not as much as he did in 2016. But as the numbers show, right now Pennsylvania has a 0.4 advantage. So Trump leans more in the direction of winning Pennsylvania, which will make him win not only the presidency, but will win the state as well. And we could maybe have some freedom again, I thought I'd make this. I have other videos I have coming out tonight about the Senate race and the Congress race, which are very important, as I, earlier just discussed about. But I thought I would let you guys know that Trump is on a path to win, and your vote means more than anything right now. Literally, more than anything, because there's less than less than 24 hours till you need to get out there and vote. Don't not vote. That's stupid. There is two evils here, but one is better than another, I say. And yeah, you think you know who I'm talking about. And with that being said, go out and vote, make your choice matter, and make this country's future be the best it can be and best than anyone else. I will see you all in the next political video. Peace out, everyone.